Gamers and gentlefolk, hello and welcome back to the channel and to the Nexus Gaming series. I'm going to be your host, The Sound, and today we are taking a little trip in a time machine back a single week. We'll be taking a look at a replay broadcast from Week 3 in Division D. We're going to be seeing Cosmos go up against FC Hong Kong in a best-of-3 series. This match has already taken place. It happened last week. I do not know the results. They're spoiler-free for me. So if you know and you're in chat, don't tell me. Don't ruin the surprise. It's more exciting when we all find out together. A little bit of background on our two teams before we get into the replays themselves. Cosmos, a pretty long-standing team, but the current iteration most recently revived in Season 16. They took a few seasons off there and then retooled and reformed in Season 16. They've been going strong ever since. And on the other side of the battleground, FC Hong Kong, another longtime member of the Nexus Gaming series, frequently in Division D, where we find them this season as well, although they have been to Division C, I think as recently as last season. And they're also pretty typically post-season contenders. So both teams with a fair bit of success across their many seasons. Let's take a look at our map draft before we get into Game 1. We had Cosmos banning Battlefield of Eternity and Garden of Terror, with FC Hong Kong banning Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire. So we are headed to Tomb of the Spider Queen for Game 1. I do not have map selection or first pick selection information, so I don't know which of our two teams chose this battleground. But we have the replay, so we can see how our two teams fare 5v5. I am looking forward to it. I'm expecting some strong play from both of our teams. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Our first game of the series. And we can introduce our teams first. Here on the left in blue, we've got Cosmos, Silver Jackal playing Tassadar, Mosley on Blaze, Odd Thought playing Mal'Ganis, Nay playing Greymane, and Chef Naj on Deckard. And to the right in red, we've got FC Hong Kong, Helix the Cat on Anduin, Calyrex on Tychus, Geo playing Muradin, Special Chai on Zagara, and Splendidaddy on the Leoric. And slightly creative, I would say, drafts. Not typical to see a Mal'Ganis. So perhaps this is a favored tank for Odd Thought, or perhaps it was a artifact of the draft. Level 1 talents. We've got nothing too out of the ordinary there. Chai caught by the sleep from Odd Thought, but they get pulled to safety from Helix the Cat. The first wave of the game easily cleared by Cosmos ahead of FC Hong Kong. Hong Kong are playing it safely though. They're covering their rotations well. Geo warding all of the rotations for his team. And I'd love to see both Odd Thought and Silver Jackal paying attention to creep coverage from Special Chai. You don't want to give Zagara lots of free vision of your team if you can help it. Checking in on the bot lane. Mosley and Splendidaddy just hitting minions, not each other, doing that honorable offlane thing. And I don't know anything about Mal'Ganis talents, so what is this? Time to feed? Empiric Aura. Fair enough. Probably pairing very well with the Greymane. All of Cosmos tending to the creep. I love to see that. And Oddthought doing a fantastic job stalling these rotations. Making sure that they stay ahead while they've got the advantage here. Of course, when they have the advantage like this, I would love to see them perhaps sneak down to the bot lane, get that siege camp going. When you're ahead on waves like this, there's no reason not to use your tempo to your advantage. Looks like we've got Ney splitting off to do the Bruiser camp for Cosmos, while Special Chai sneaks down to bot lane on the Zagara, likely for that siege camp. So, a neutral camp for a safe camp. Not necessarily the best trade for Cosmos, especially given that they had the tempo advantage early on. Level 4s are online for both our teams now. Geo caught behind the Tassadar wall. They still have the dwarf toss. They'll get out to safely. Mosley was unable to scout Special Chai, taking care of that siege giant camp. So they're going to be able to get a little bit of siege done on the bot wall. Checking back in on mid. Oh, that's a lot of damage going on to Geo. He'll be okay though. He's got his second wind trait. So once he's out of combat, he'll be able to heal up and be pretty safe. And now we've got FC Hong Kong dropping a pretty sizable wave in top lane. Engagement onto 2, Special Chai in a lot of trouble. Helix the Cat is in range for the Leap of Faith, and Geo, once again, diligently holding on to that dwarf toss. So no takedowns yet. Cosmos have enough in their pockets to secure the first objective of the game. FC Hong Kong still looking for a few more gems here. Is that Medusa Blades? Medusa Blades at level 4. Alright, Special Chai going for the more split push macro-focused talent. Level 7's just around the corner for both of our teams. Calyrex connected with Oddthought, getting a lot of damage through the minigun. Geo jumps after them. One Stormbolt will do it. That's first blood for FC Hong Kong. And an early level 7, thanks to that takedown. Ney gets an interrupt, playing with fire here. And they've bought enough time for Mosley in the bot lane to secure the turn-in. Splendid Daddy not paying attention to Blaze. So in spite of their takedown and power play, FC Hong Kong are going to lose the first objective phase in favor of Cosmos. Level 7s on both sides. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Resilient Soldier? Relentless Soldier for Tychus, so he's got some tools to help deal with Oddthought. Another great set of CC onto Geo. They grabbed the jump, but once again, Helix the Cat timely with their cleanses. Of course, mid lane, already softened up by the Bruiser camp push earlier, is taking a beating now with a 4-hero commitment from Cosmos. FC Hong Kong are going to lose their wall. Special Chai taking so much damage, but they managed to squeak away past the force wall. Oddthought jumps in a little too deep. Silver Jackal falling very low here, down below 50 HP, but the rest of FC Hong Kong were unable to stay connected. Of course, their heavy commitment to the mid lane means that this top fort is a goner. So a very successful first objective push for Cosmos. They're trailing in experience a little bit here, but they have to feel good about securing a fort on their first push. Still looking for 29 gems to turn in. Geo is holding 23 of those. Calyrex connected with the trait onto Oddthought once again. But they've already jumped in. This is a very threatening spot for the Muradin to find themselves in. Cosmos doing an excellent job fending off the rest of FC Hong Kong from this turn-in station. Of course, once they have their heroics online, FC Hong Kong could get a little more aggressive. We've got Splendid Daddy lurking in mid lane here. Another sleep from the bush onto Special Chai this time, and the Zagara will not last the night. Splendid Daddy looking for an Entomb perhaps now that heroics are online, but it's still just a 4v4 here in mid lane with that Zagara takedown. Entomb goes wide as well, so Cosmos have secured heroics of their own. A lot of damage on the Splendid Daddy here. Nay probably going to be able to finish off this kill. Great force wall placement from Silver Jackal. The gems were recovered. Geo now holding on to 41 of those for FC Hong Kong. It's a blessing and a curse to have your tank holding on to the gems. They're probably the most survivable member on your team, but they are also the hero that you'd like to have zoning for the friendly team as they look to turn in. So it's going to be tough for FC Hong Kong to get those gems off of Geo now that he's holding on to so many of them. We saw some heroics come out. I didn't call them out when we saw them, but we've got Black Hole from Tassadar, a bit of tech pick there. Plenty of TAS players opting for Archon. We've also got Carrion Swarm from Odd Thought. Definitely the more consistent performing heroic. Cursed Bullet and Stay a While and Listen as well. We saw the Entomb, of course, but we also got Avatar, Devouring Maw, Light Bomb, Commandeer Odin. I don't remember if I said Avatar already. All right. This Bruiser Camp should be enough to let Cosmos turn in. Geo will get the turn in. Mosley unable to get the successful poke there. Of course, their top lane is in rough position. FC Hong Kong are going to have to try and make hay here in the mid lane. A double stacked wave in top plus a catapult likely going to deter the Webweaver from getting any real push done in the boss lane there. Sleep connects, as does the Devouring Maw. Odd Thought in deep, has to pop the Carrion Swarm. Helix the Cat pulling Geo out, who pops the Avatar. Perhaps a little worried that Nay would continue to chase him down. A easy cleanup from Cosmos here in mid lane. Top Webweaver almost dead. Checking in on the bot lane. Splendid Daddy has escorted this objective up to the fort. It's going to take a fair bit of damage, but overall, the objective phase for FC Hong Kong largely mitigated by Cosmos. There's the Entomb onto Nay. Of course, they could Dark Flight, but it's not going to be enough. Nay will fall. Mosley and Odd Thought could not provide enough peel for the Greymane player. A great Entomb from Splendid Daddy secures another power play for FC Hong Kong. Level 13's online now for both of our teams. Enchant Boots Lion Speed for Helix the Cat. Likely going to pair that with Glyph of Faith at 16 for movement speed all the time. And another turn in for FC Hong Kong. Of course, they still haven't dealt with this top lane, so hopefully they'll be able to get more of it pushed out before this Webweaver spawns. Webweavers only spawn as far forward as the nearest enemy minion wave. So when you have them so far back, they end up losing a lot of HP for free. This objective losing HP the second it touches down passively, as well as from any auto attacks from Nay and friends. So a 4-hero commitment to the top lane. Webweaver already down a quarter of their HP. Odd Thought pops the Carrion Swarm early. Special Chai does not connect with the Devouring Maw. And it looks like, once again, a pretty easy defense from Cosmos. Great root, catches Odd Thought. They don't have the Carrion Swarm here. It was used a little preemptively, and now Silver Jackal on the Tassadar under threat. Of course, the Black Hole turns things around on the FC Hong Kong. They're going to have to group up and retreat here. In the bot lane, Mosley was able to defend their fort from Splendid Daddy. It's where FC Hong Kong has had the most success in their objective pushes, and they've got enough in their pockets for another turn-in. 3 back-to-back. They're also very close to the next talent tier. Level 16 is a big power spike for Special Chai on the Zagara. I am assuming they're going to be opting for Corrosive Saliva, which gives them percent damage. Oh my gosh, Geo finds Silver Jackal on rotation. There's the slow follow-up. Light Bomb from Helix the Cat. Chef Naj unable to save the Tassadar, and that is a big hit for Cosmos. A lot of their success in these defenses has been thanks to the wave clear from the Tassadar. Once again, the Webweaver left far in the back, but without that wave clear at their side, Cosmos is going to have to deal with a lot of push from FC Hong Kong. Securing the fort before the Webweaver even gets connected on the bot side. Splendid Daddy also securing the fort. Level 16s on all sides. Splendid Daddy has opted for a Wraithwalk build, so damage reduction galore. Nay connects the Cursed Bullet onto Special Chai. Felix's Cat opting to use the Desperate Prayer. Odd Thought finds Geo. There's the Entomb. Mosley caught. They have the bunker available. Odd Thought is going to pop the Carrion Swarm once again. Does not connect with the jet propulsion. A jump in from Geo. Long distance. A great pull from onto Splendid Daddy. There's the second pull, this time onto Geo. FC Hong Kong in full retreat here. They've used every heroic except for Commandeer Odin. And on the other side, Carrion Swarm is back up for Cosmos. Heat treatment at level 16. Not often what I see at level 16. Mosley likely picking that up thanks to how many summons there are on the battleground from Special Chai and the objective both. Greymane opting for Lord of his Pack, the relatively new level 16 talent. Increasing basic attack damage onto stunned, slowed, or rooted targets. It also increases even more in Worgen form. So, Cosmos able to secure a turn in there. They've also got a potent push here in mid lane with the Bruiser Camp as well. Just one more stack for Special Chai on their level 7 will increase their percent damage even more so. Splendid Daddy in deep. Nay uses the disengage to step away from the Leoric. Calyrex popping the Commandeer Odin for the defense here in mid lane. Splendid Daddy stepping up pretty deep here. Mosley finds one with the jet propulsion, and there's the Devouring Maw. Special Chai catching the blaze. A leap in from Geo, but the Light Bomb is slept. A great connect, though, and that will be Odd Thought taken down. Splendid Daddy continues to chase. They don't have the Entomb, but they have at least one more slow. They catch 3 with it. Mosley's low. A double root, this time from Helix the Cat. Nay falling low. They're down below 1,000. One more stun from Geo. Could be all she wrote. A great sidestep from Nay. Oh! And the Hunter Killer from Special Chai takes out Blaze. That percent damage from Corrosive Saliva doing so much work. Of course, chasing kills like this means that FC Hong Kong have left their top lane completely untended to. This keep may go down. Looks like Splendid Daddy's going to be able to clean it up before the catapults get too much done. Silver Jackal caught on an island there in mid lane. Not entirely sure how Tassadar got stranded out there by themselves, but another stagger takedown is a rough draw for Cosmos. FC Hong Kong have enough in their pockets for a turn-in, and they're going to get started on this boss as well. So they've got a potent push set up for top lane once they get both secured. Special Chai continues to push out these waves. They finished off the Bile Drop quest at level 7, so they now spawn 3 different Roachlings, all of which do percent damage, almost 2% damage per attack. Oof, that is a nasty talent. Alright, so there's the boss. FC Hong Kong going to follow it up with a turn-in. Nay showing on the gray main in bot lane. So FC Hong Kong feel very safe paying at the top station. Boss was secured a little bit early. Would have loved to see the turn-in synced a little bit more tightly. Level 20s in their hands. FC Hong Kong may look to end the game here. We see Big Red Button from Calyrex come out, a potent sieging tool. Splendid Daddy, no doubt looking for a large buried alive here if they have the opportunity. They'll use the Wraithwalk to get in and reduce damage. Silver Jackal isolated on the bottom of this fight. Boss is almost down, but the Webweaver's still very healthy. Geo finds 2 with the Stormbolt, but none of FC Hong Kong are in range to follow up. Odd Thought going deep here with the Carrion Swarm. Splendid Daddy wards them off. Top Keep goes down, but Cosmos have fended off most of the push. But now the front line isolated from their damage. Mosley likely not long for this world. Special Chai is going to take him down. Both damage still up for Cosmos. They have the tools they need to fend off a push, but they don't have the front line available for them to make it safe for them to step up. Silver Jackal going to try and slow them down with a Force Wall here. They're almost in range of the Storm Talent tier for themselves. Nay trying to distractulate, as a friend of mine might say, and doing a decent job, but Special Chai will not be deterred. They're connected with the core, as are all of their summons. And that'll do it for game 1. GG and well played, going in favor of our friends in red, FC Hong Kong. We can take a look at our builds and stats here in the post-game. 133 stacks on In the Rhythm from Calyrex. Not a bad minigun duration at that point. Plenty potent. I like the Tychus build in general, truthfully. Focusing very heavily on that single target damage with Press the Advantage at level 1 for the auto attack range, In the Rhythm at 4, and Sizzling attacks at 16. Once the Tychus is connected with minigun active on either Blaze or Mal'Ganis, they did not stand a chance. I also want to shout out Helix the Cat. Excellent Anduin play this game. Some really clutch Leap of Faith cleanses, as well as, you know, he protect, but he also attack. The Light Bomb synergy with Geo and the Muradin, very clean. On the other side, Cosmos looked very strong as well. They had more advantages to their credit than I thought they might in the early game. Getting the first turn-in, getting the first fort off of that turn-in. But in the end, a few missteps and no cleanse on their support, I think, is the chief thing that did them in. Geo and the Muradin with the Light Bomb and the Stormbolt able to lock down the members with all of the Tychus damage and Zagara damage behind it. So really well played to both sides. We can take a look at our stats as well. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Silver Jackal top XP for Cosmos, as well as top damage. That surprises me, but fair enough. The takedown count kind of tells the whole story, though. Only Splendid Daddy and Special Chai, a single takedown for each of them. Whereas 5 deaths on Odd Thought. Yeah, it was a rough game for Mal'Ganis into the Tychus Zagara. It's a lot of percent damage to contend with. Okie doke. Let's see where we're headed for game number 2. Game 2. Excellent. It's going to be Towers of Doom for game 2. Okie doke. Quit out of the first replay and get ready for our second. I think both teams showing some real comfort on the battleground. Pretty clean rotations, but in the end it was the team fight wins that FC Hong Kong were able to secure that won them the game. We'll see if Cosmos have what it takes in game 2 to bring us to a third in the series. I need to update who won game 1. It was FC Hong Kong. Hey, look at that. Nope, not picked. 1. I know the difference. Hey, there we go. Friends helping friends. Okie doke. And it looks like we're all loaded up for our second replay as well. So we can get started here right away. Introducing our teams again. We've got Cosmos on the left in blue. Silver Jackal playing Kael'thas Mosley on Dahaka. Nay playing Tychus. Odd Thought on Johanna. And Chef Naj. Nye? Who's to say? Naj. On the Rhaegar, to the right in red, we've got FC Hong Kong. Splendid Daddy on Sonya, Special Chai playing Vala, Calyrex on Li Ming, Geo on the Muradin, and Helix the Cat playing Oriel. Love to see how many Oriel picks we're getting in the current balance of the game. Of course, this buffed Oriel likely to see changes in the next patch if the PTR patch notes are anything to be believed. If you haven't seen the latest, you can use !PTR in chat to see where we're headed for HOTS balance in 2025. Interesting. Laws of Hope from Odd Thought at level 1. Not the most common level 1 that I see from Johanna players. Special Chai taking a lot of damage. Free to the Hunter at level 1 disincentivizes dying, but Special Chai definitely staying around, trying to make sure they get as many auto attacks onto enemy heroes as possible. Early wave advantage going over to FC Hong Kong. Geo doing a good job interrupting rotations and warding for them. Not the most wave clear heavy set of assassins between the Li Ming and the Vala. Certainly nothing compared to Kael'thas on their own. In top lane, it looks like Splendid Daddy putting a lot of hurt onto Mosley there. So Odd Thought is helping out in mid lane, cleaning up this wave. Of course, it's giving Cosmos a rough time of it here in bot lane. They had to step back all the way to their wall. Odd Thought gets the rotation in. There's the Gravity Lapse connected onto Special Chai, but a heal from Helix the Cat will save the Vala from the worst of the damage. I'm always interested to see where Kael'thas players go for their level 4 and 7 talents. It's often a flex tier from both, for both, rather. Looks like it's Netherwind, so increased range for Silver Jackal. Able to stay a little bit safer and follow up with CC. Special Chai really playing this auto attack Vala to the hilt here. They're taking a lot of damage, however. Knowing their limits, Helix the Cat doing a great job on the Ariel to support the Creed of the Hunter Vala. Closing in on 30 stacks here as first objective is announced. Odd Thought found by Calyrex on the Li Ming. doing a great job checking that bush. On the top side, Dahaka and Sonya trading their objectives. This is going to give Dahaka the faster rotation in if they choose to brush stock. Do they have it? They don't have it. Alright. So they're going to have to walk like everybody else. They don't even get a horse. Odd Thought trying to zone here. Mosley does not connect with the drag. Level 4, it's hold your ground from the Johanna, so not opting for Subdue. They don't have much CC until their Heroic comes online. Assuming that they opt for Blessed Shield, Mosley connects the drag, just doing a little bit of Sonya worrying, as it were. And FC Hong Kong able to secure both their safe side and the neutral objective, bringing Cosmos' core HP down to 32. It's early yet, no reason to think that that first neutral objective is indicative of the rest of the game. Level 7 Silver Jackal opting for Burned Flesh, so percent damage when connecting Flame Strike onto 2 or more heroes. Geo trying to lure Cosmos into a false sense of security here. Playing out of vision. Really diligent, or I should say, patient tank play from the Muradin. Special Chai doing their best to bait them in. Oh my gosh, Silver Jackal taking so much damage. They'll trade, however. Whew, first death for Creed the Hunter Vala. Kind of a bummer for FC Hong Kong. Cosmos definitely happy to make that trade. Silver Jackal will be able to find the gems that they need, or not gems, I should say globes, what they need once they're back on the battleground, but Vala will never get that attack speed back. Next objective announced in top lane. Both neutral side here. Mosley opting for a W-based build. This build also seeing nerfs in the next patch, according to the PTR. Symbiosis. Oh my gosh, Cosmos playing it super aggressively here. Chef Naj gonna get the channel. Splendid Daddy cannot step up. So FC Hong Kong trading both topside objectives for as much damage as they can get on the bot fort. They're not going to be able to secure the fort, so it's 8 shots, all but free for Cosmos. I like the commitment to top lane. Geo jumping in. They find Nay. They've also got the jump slow. There's the Brush Stalker in from Mosley. Unfortunately, FC Hong Kong not in range of their drag. And they've also got their heroics lined up. Here comes Sonya on the flank. Splendid Daddy with Leap is a huge threat. Jump slow, plus the Stormbolt. A huge combo from Calyrex cleans up the Rhaegar. Special Chai in with the Strafe will secure another one. Silver Jackal falling low. Special Chai's in a lot of trouble. A great position from Special Chai and Helix the Cat, getting the Crystal Aegis over the wall, saving the Vala from the Pyroblast. Interesting that Silver Jackal opted for Pyroblast, given that Crystal Aegis is available to Helix the Cat. We also saw Leap, we saw Avatar, Disintegrate, of course. Splendid Daddy under threat here. Odd Thought likely would love to get this takedown. They still have Blessed Shield available, so if Splendid Daddy stays stepped up, the rest of Cosmos could take them down. Odd Thought draws the fort aggro, but unwilling to pull the trigger on the Blessed Shield. This heavy commitment from Cosmos to the top lane is a tough draw now that the objective is spawning on the bot side. FC Hong Kong committing 3 heroes to mid lane, with Geo warding successfully here in top So it looks like they're going to be able to trade their own top fort for Cosmos' mid fort. Splendid Daddy trying to stall the rotation, gets the leaf out, but their job is successfully done. Special Shy, however, okay. Helix the Cat, timely whip. Can FC Hong Kong stall while Li Ming channels in the bot side? Splendid Daddy low. There's the Commandeer Odin for the Unstoppable frames. Splendid Daddy down below. Oh, yeah, okay. They're going to still commit the Crystal Aegis. All right, so Aegis is down. Geo makes it out alive. They trade altars 1-for-1, and so core HP slightly in favor of FC Hong Kong, 25-24. Cosmos would love to get their forts back if they could. There's another stun, this time onto Nay. Geo doing so much with these Stormbolts, frequently hitting 2 heroes. Oddthought had to use the Blessed Shield there for a little bit of breathing room. And so now FC Hong Kong stepped up and aggressive. They've got Splendid Daddy out of vision on the flank as well, so if Cosmos gets too aggressive on this attempt to get their bot fort back, could spell trouble. Level 13's almost online for Cosmos. FC Hong Kong has had that talent tier advantage for a little bit there. Calyrex opting for Seeker at 7 and Glass Cannon at 13. If they're ever able to connect damage onto the Li Ming, she's probably dead. But it is a potent kill power build. Nay and Silver Jackal getting through most of this fort. Special Chai in on the flank. They don't have any CC, but Geo's in range. A great Blessed Shield. Oh, Blessed Shield committed. Gravity Lapse as well. Special Chai taking a fair bit of damage here. They've got the Living Bomb on them. Geo healing reduce. And there's the Ancestral Healing committed. Single objective phase. Splendid Daddy headed down to the bot side. Mosley lands the drag. Geo the target of Cosmos, but another timely Crystal Aegis from Helix the Cat. Oh, Calyrex and Special Chai cleaning up these takedowns. And Helix keeping everyone alive through the whole engagement. Lots of real good damage coming out from both Silver Jackal and I don't remember which person is playing Tychus. They're doing a great job, but I think the... Oh my gosh! Oh, the connection from the Glass Cannon. Oh, it's so much damage. Yeah, as I was saying, the damage from Nay and Silver Jackal is potent for sure, but Helix the Cat a little too on point. I'll also say FC Hong Kong are doing a great job in trading who Cosmos can hit. The aggression that they're showing is balanced in that way. Splendid Daddy securing top fort. Cosmos will step up and try and get these sappers taken care of. Where are we at Kree of the Hunter? Already up to 100 stacks now. There's the drag, landed on Special Chai. Follow up with the Blessed Shield. Oh my gosh, another takedown. This time the Vala won't make it out alive. Crystal Aegis nowhere to be found. There it is on the Muradin, but I don't think Geo makes it. 2 takedowns right as the next objective phase spawns. Cosmos stand to secure 8 core HP off of FC Hong Kong, bringing them in the lead here if they're able to grab both their safe side objective and this bottom safe side. They've got 5 heroes committed down here in bot, however, so Splendid Daddy could do the cheeky thing and try and channel the far objective. Looks like they're not going to, playing it safe instead. Mosley has the Brush Stalker available, so Dahaka in range to make that grab. Oddthought connects with 2. Trying to keep the fort aggro on the tank for as long as possible. They've got a lot of self-sustain with both their shield and the Laws of Hope at level 1. With 31 globes, they're healing a lot every time they press that button. Splendid Daddy lurking on the flank here. Level 16s on both sides. Still a bit of an experience lead for FC Hong Kong. The Haka dug top, so this is a 5v4 in favor of FC Hong Kong if they pull the trigger right now. The Haka is making the rotation in now. Geo jumps in. There's the whip. The stuns onto Silver Jackal. They will fall. Mosley in on the back, but Odd Thought goes down. Nay in trouble here. Special Chai in deep with the strafe. Chef Naj able to escape. Man, these decisive engagements from Geo and Splendid Daddy, followed up by the aggressive positioning of Special Chai, doing a lot to secure all of these takedowns in favor of FC Hong Kong. They've got a pretty heavy experience lead at this point, thanks not only to their hero takedown XP advantage, but also their structure and mercenary experience advantage. Towers of Doom, the only battleground where taking down a fort or keep after the 12-minute mark they become keeps. It's trivia that no one really cares about. They still grant chunk XP like all structures used to back in the day, pre-2019. Storm Talent's around the corner from FC Hong Kong. They're a little split up here. Oh my god, a full combo connects onto Nay. Level 16 means Manticore's online. Mosley is under threat. There's the fight on two fronts. So much damage going on. Mosley likely to fall here to Special Chai. They will indeed. Odd Thought in deep. They still have the unstoppable Special Chai getting chased down by Nay. Odd Thought eats another Seeker proc from Calyrex with Mirror Ball at 16. It's not going to be enough. Splendid Daddy 2v1 takes out the Rhaegar. Woo. FC Hong Kong are on a tear this series. It's another altar channeled in their favor, as well as the 3 sappers that went in on the bottom side, bringing Cosmos core HP down to a mere 7 at this point. They're still looking for answers to the aggression that FC Hong Kong is able to bring. Special Chai has mostly free reign on the Vala. They don't have a lot of reliable lockdown to keep Vala in place. Same can be said for Calyrex on the Li Ming. Both very high-octane glass cannon type heroes. I mean, Calyrex actually picked glass cannon, so he's literally a glass cannon hero. So, you know, right, guys? Anyway, looks like Cosmos have averted the worst of the 6-cap. Odd Thought sticking around a little too long. They're gonna fall. Another sapper goes in. Splendid Daddy spearing in onto Mosley here. Yeah, I think Splendid Daddy can secure this kill. Mosley pops the adaptation. Geo gets the jump stun in onto Silver Jackal. None of FC Hong Kong are in range to follow up, however. Nay standing and delivering, but their spell shield wears out. Special Chai gets the vault. Oh my gosh, Silver Jackal just narrowly escaping. 6 bell towers under their control. FC Hong Kong are set up for a lethal altar here, especially with Splendid Daddy getting this last keep taken care of. Will Cosmos be able to get the mid keep swapped before a shot is fired? No. There's the dig in from Mosley. They're trying to get the interrupt. Helix the Cat will whip them away. Special Chai. Oh my gosh. But Mosley's all alone. They're doing a pretty good job buying time. They don't... Oh, they do have adaptation. They pop it really late. And now Splendid Daddy has found Silver Jackal. Odd Thought connecting onto 3 with the Blessed Shield. But once again, it's a fight on multiple fronts. Silver Jackal getting chased down by Splendid Daddy. No Ancestral Healing available. It was used in mid lane to buy enough time for the keep conversion, and there it is, the final altar channel, this time in favor of FC Hong Kong, and they will do it in a 2-0. GG and well played to the away team. FC Hong Kong looking very, very strong on the Li Ming Vala combo. Calyrex, honestly, I don't think anyone should let Calyrex, anyone who isn't on FC Hong Kong, pick up the Li Ming. The Seeker Mirror Ball procs kept ringing out in those late game team fights, and we can see they did almost as much damage as Special Chai on the auto attack Vala. So a lot of potency there. We can check in on our builds one more time, see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Nothing too strange. I called out the level 4 from Odd Thought when it came up. Level 16 from Chef Naj, also a little bit of a specific choice. Not what we see most commonly with Earth Grasp Totem. Special Chai, picture perfect, picked all the face talents. Level 13, one could argue that instead of Temper by Discipline, you could opt for Gloom, but I love that they went for Farfight Quiver at level 20. Vala can become a win condition unto herself after level 20 because she can outrange buildings and just pour out hero damage. So if you let the Vala set up, she can just take any structure unless you kill her. And unfortunately, as I mentioned, Cosmos did not have the tools available to lock Special Chai down. And when they did find those connections, Helix the Cat was frequently right on time with the Scarlet or Crystal Aegis, opting for Diamond Resolve at level 20. So the Aegis target getting armor once they emerge as well. Very well played from FC Hong Kong. We can check our builds, our talents. We did that. Our stats, we saw those. Great. There it is. So that'll do it for the series. A 2-0 in favor of FC Hong Kong. Let's update the scoreboard to reflect that. Excellent. And maps were chosen by someone, that's for sure. But I'll say FC Hong Kong looking mighty strong here. Back in week 3, I believe, if I take a look at the standings, I did not want to before the game started in case FC Hong Kong were undefeated, and they are. Yeah, FC Hong Kong have secured dominations in their first 3 games thus far. 12 points in their total. So definitely looking like the team to beat in Division D. I believe they'll be... When is their next game? I had that written down here. They are scheduled for tonight, in fact, at 9:15. You can catch them over on TokiB's stream at 9:15 Eastern. We'll see them taking on Regen Degens. And, of course, Cosmos, I believe they're also up tonight. Where are my fine friends? Cosmos. Yeah, they're playing much later, so you can actually get a Division D back-to-back double feature going from the FC Hong Kong series to the Cosmos series. That'll be on at 11 Eastern on Eternally Blues channel. That'll do it for this first cast. I'm going to get another one queued up here. But I'll do a quick sign off. Stick around for the next one if you want to see more HOTS. In the interim, I'm going to roll a credit reel as well as give a quick shout out to all of the artists, programmers, and musicians whose work I feature here on the stream. It wouldn't look or sound anywhere near as good without their contributions. You can find links to all of their work below, or check them out in the upcoming credit roll. It's all open source and or Creative Commons licensed material, so if you hear or see anything that you like, it could be in your next project. That'll do it for now. I'll be back shortly with the next series. Catch y'all soon.